Absurd, laughable, ridiculous, comical, amusing, inappropriate, unreasonable. If you were to close your eyes, spin around in a circle with your finger pointed outwards, and land on one of these words, it would describe this series perfectly. I remember the first time I learned about this series. It was during one of my mini live streams. Someone had asked me in chat, had I seen the Suicide Squad Isekai Anime? And at the time, the idea of a Suicide Squad Isekai Anime was so ridiculous that I outright dismissed it. Fast forward a few days later, and I see a trailer for the actual series, and my god, man, the art was spectacular, the animation was amazing, and based off that trailer, man, it had this energy about it that was simply undeniable. So time of recording, 4 episodes have dropped and I've seen them all, and I have to talk about it, and the fact that you're here tells me that you want to talk about it too. Well, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Mello, signing in, and this is going to be my thoughts on the first 4 episodes of the Suicide Squad Isekai Anime. Man, strap in for this one, people, cause this is about to be a wild ride. Yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, so picture this scene: Harley Quinn and the Joker in Gotham City, surrounded by their would-be victims. As the police close in on their location, they escape. Joker and Harley make their getaway in a car that has a piano for a steering wheel. There's a high-speed chase, an ambush in a bar, and a fight with a samurai on a rooftop. And I haven't even mentioned Amanda Waller trying to open up a gateway to a different world. Yeah, this series starts off with a So Harley gets captured by Katana. The Joker escapes. Waller successfully opens up her gateway by using some mysteriously wrapped up woman, and the stage is set. Amanda Waller goes to enlist Harley Quinn, shenanigans ensue, and she's knocked out unconscious. When Harley wakes up, she finds herself in shackles alongside 3 other people in a helicopter on their way to some secret mission. However, before they can safely arrive at their destination, the pilots are mysteriously killed, the plane is going down, and in the aftermath of the crash, it's clear that we're no longer in Kansas anymore. Oh, and did I mention that Harley has a bomb in her head alongside the other prisoners? It's on a timer, and if they don't complete this mission within a certain time frame, they're going to blow up. Now, once everyone hops out of the crashed plane, they are attacked by monsters, actual monsters. Now, of course, our band of misfits, they engage in combat, and we get introduced to King Shark. And this dude is ridiculous. Okay, number one, it's a shark, okay, just walking on land and consuming everything. We get some pretty badass entrances for these characters. We understand who is in this particular Suicide Squad. Of course, we have Harley Quinn, then we have Deadshot, we have Clayface, Peacekeeper, and then the before mentioned King Shark. Now, when it comes to the lineups, I think it is absolutely perfect. I like Clayface a lot in this particular series. He has a very versatile power set, but outside of that, I like the fact that they incorporate his past, right, his history with being an actor, while also having him be kind of our guide through the concept of Isekai Anime. Now, Harley Quinn is a no-brainer, right? She's Harley Quinn. At this point, she's the mascot for the Suicide Squad. And you can say something similar about King Shark. He's kind of like the little mascot too. He's kind of badass. This is your Incredible Hulk, right? The powerhouse of the group. He's on your side, but you never know for how long, and you're always watching him out the corner of your eye. I absolutely love that they added Peacekeeper to this lineup. I love the series from James Gunn. Listen, at time of recording, season 2 has not dropped and I'm waiting for it. And I really like his depiction in this series. He's very intelligent, right? He's the only one that's keeping track of the time limit that they're on when it comes to the bombs in their heads. So I can imagine that he is definitely a fan favorite coming off the James Gunn series. And last, but certainly not least, we have our guy Deadshot. Now, Deadshot Slott is extremely skilled, one of Batman's oldest villains, and you really like to see how he utilizes his techniques in this particular series. There are scenes that happen later on where he has no armaments, he has no guns, he has no bullets. So this absolute mad lad will grab things like rocks or pebbles and flick them out of his hand. And with his incredible aim, he always hits his target. With a skill set that versatile, damn near anything and everything can become a weapon for a character like that, and it's cool to see. Alright, so here's the breakdown for the first 4 episodes. The Suicide Squad gets captured by these knights from a kingdom in this particular universe. And they get sent to this prison, which eventually they kind of take over, right? And they start running the joint. Now this happens after they meet Rick Flag, who was sent there by Amanda Waller with a prior Suicide Squad group. However, things went south and he got imprisoned. He's been there for quite some time. Now the prison break scene was fantastic. It kind of just broke out into like dance for no reason, and I think it was absolutely absurd, and I loved every second of it. Okay, so let's get back to this kingdom, because we learn in episode 4 that they're at war with this empire. Now we also learn later on that members from that first Suicide Squad group had aligned themselves with the empire, and that's the reason why Amanda Waller set a timer on the bombs inside of the heads of Harley Quinn's group. Now this one top-ranked knight is convinced by the princess of the kingdom to bring our Suicide Squad group into the fold. She seems interested in Harley Quinn and wants to talk to her. Now the kingdom is ran by this evil queen, right? But the princess seems very empathetic towards the people who are suffering. And yes, all of this is very isekai, which I think is the point.
I was totally on board with the idea of being summoned to an isekai, but whoever is behind this whole thing has no grasp of the art of storytelling.
Now, of course, Rick Flag, working with Amanda Waller, our Suicide Squad, does not trust him. However, they need him to lead them to some kind of beacon before the timer runs out and they go boom. However, he's taken away, while the Suicide Squad members have to prove themselves to the Queen by taking back a stronghold that was taken over by the Empire. Now, they all get their original gear back, so they're locked and loaded. They join the high-ranking knight to take back that fort. However, it's being run by Ratcatcher, a member from the previous Suicide Squad group. Now Deadshot has history with Ratcatcher, as they were in prison together. He thinks they're friends, they're actually not. As our group of Suicide Squad members fight their way to the top of this fort, we meet up with Ratcatcher. We end up defeating him, but before he can be taken out, Katana appears out of nowhere and rescues him. We also learn that in this world, some of our characters have magical powers, so those with abilities have their techniques enhanced beyond the norm. A character like King Shark seems to have healing. A character like Harley Quinn seems to gain super strength. I love the use of color. I've already spoken about the amazing art and animation. It's so fluent. The combat is immaculate. Really cool choreography as well. And I absolutely love the tone. They take the thing seriously, right? There's profanity, but not in like a juvenile kind of way. There's blood and gore and viscera, man. When King Shark consumes somebody, it is grisly. But as serious as they take things, they also kind of don't take it seriously. It is the Suicide Squad. After all, there has to be comedy, and I think it hits. Some dry humor, some more overt humor. It's fantastic, man. I rock with it heavy. The intro speaks volumes about the tone of this series, right? This upbeat type of music. But man, that outro is deafening. It is absolutely hilarious. Bro, when I first saw Amanda Waller start voguing and dancing, bruh, I was cracking up. I couldn't stop laughing. It just has this like quirky energy that I think is a total vibe, and I'm rocking with it heavy. Now, I did watch the English dub, right? I am reviewing the series, and I want to eliminate as many things that take my attention away from the totality of what's on my screen, like reading subs. With that being said, I will say that the dub voices take a little bit of getting used to. Now, this is going to be the case, what I'm about to say. I can't really help it, but I do have biases about what I expect Harley or the Joker to sound like. And although Harley's voice does grow on me, the Joker just seems miscast. All of the other characters are a little less established, so it's okay that they have like new voices. I maybe would have liked John Cena for Peacekeeper, but I think outside of that, I'm okay with what they did. And I'm not going to lie, I absolutely adore Amanda Waller in this one. There's this scene where like she's trying to open the gate, some debris, some shrapnel ricochets off of something and then goes crashing through the window where she's observing everything. And like a badass, she just stands there, right, posted up, arms crossed, it cuts her, she's like, keep going, she's bleeding, it was amazing. But I think the cherry on top is that absolutely ridiculous, absurd ending, okay? That was amazing. All in all, do not be like me, okay? Or if you were like me, someone who wrote the series off just based upon its absurd premise, listen to me, I was that guy. I highly recommend you watch it. It's great action. There's some mysteries here. It's an interesting setup, amazing animation, great art, and if you're into the vibe that they're presenting, this is going to be a joy to watch. If anything, I was disappointed by the length of the episodes. I found myself by the end of episode 4 just needing more. I will say that there are moments where they're doing a bit too much. They have those like iconic scenes where they all get together and start posing, and then they'll do it again immediately after. It's like a little redundant. But outside of some of the redundancies, the voice casting, I like this show, man. I think it's fantastic. The music is amazing. I think I mentioned that, right? So when am I ranking the first 4 episodes? Well, I would definitely say that this series so far is a solid 8 out of 10. With 5 being average for me, this is a highly above average series that I highly recommend. With that being the case, people, I can't wait for episode 5, time of recording, and I know that you can't either if you're this far into the video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and rate and let me know what you think so far about the first 4 episodes of the Isekai Suicide Squad anime. With that being the case, I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon, night, evening, or day wherever you may be in the world. Nothing but positive vibes coming from me. I'm your humble host Mello, signing out for now. I'll catch you guys on the next one, but remember, never stop dreaming. Later.